Changing others' perception of you is a fool's errand. If there's something in this world that you don't like, change it. Passivity breeds mediocrity. I don't think that people realize how far indoctrination really seeps into the people's minds. I don't think people really truly understand how much the way you think matters and how much the way you think affects what you do. I think people just are completely ignorant to that fact that your mentality can affect the world, the way you think. Now, I think people just are ignorant. They don't realize that the way the culture and the trends and you know, these things, people got fucked up, man. People got you thinking that passivity is the way to go. Living passive is good. Living passive is moral. Living passive, being passive is virtuous. That's not virtuous. Being passive is going to get you fucked over. Being passive doesn't mean nice. Being passive doesn't mean kind. You know, being nice, see, nice and kind are two different things. Being kind, that's just being genuine. You're just treating people in a genuine way. Nice, that's just being fake. You know, they got you thinking that playing into their system. You know, people always talk about, oh man, the white man this and they doing this and the man, you know. But then they're going out and telling people that, yeah, you're gonna get the short end of the stick, but just work harder in their system. I don't think people understand that, you know, people, like, it doesn't matter if someone is racist towards you. It doesn't matter if you kiss their ass. They don't like you. They don't like you for an irrational reason. Like, if there is a system, and let's say most people admit, yeah, the system is designed for you to fail, right? Then playing hard in their system where it's designed for you to fail is not gonna change shit. It's not gonna do anything. Because it's designed for you to fail. Like, working hard and being a slave, that shit ain't gonna change nothing, man. See, let me tell you something, man. Hard work, job, career, all that shit is slave words, man. Slavery, that's all that is. Who's obedient? See, these things that people don't realize, like the things that they say every day, they don't even realize the origin, the etymology of all of these words that they're using. You saying job, you saying work hard. Work hard. That, being obedient. They think being obedient is virtuous. Who's obedient? A slave. Who works hard? A slave. Like, I don't, like, the word career referred to the racing life of a horse, an animal that you fucking selectively bred to be enslaved for you to exploit them. Now you got motherfuckers going around working at a job they hate and they call it a career, but they got you thinking that that's success. And see, the thing about it is, they saying success, they throwing around this word success. It's a vague, arbitrary word. How can you tell another man that he is successful, that he is unsuccessful? It's arbitrary. You can't tell another man, you can't force another man to conform to your ideology and then judge him based off your opinion. People don't have to share the same ideology as you. And no ideology is exempt from criticism or scrutiny. So these people got the game fucked up. They got life fucked up, man. Motherfuckers got life fucked up. They got you thinking being loyal and busting your ass working hard for motherfuckers that don't give a fuck about you is virtuous, is success, is a life worth aiming for. See, I've always had a disdain for authority. And, you know, when you're growing up, you got all these adults and these, you know, authority figures basically telling you, yeah, being passive is the way to go, being obedient is the way to go, working hard is the way to go. That's bullshit. Conforming is the way to go. That's all bullshit. Hard work, that's for a fucking slave. Don't work hard. Don't work hard. Work smart. Why in the fuck would I do the blade? Like, why'd I work hard? Like, I just use my brain, use my intellect, and use critical thinking to come up with a better plan, a more efficient way to do things. Why wouldn't I use my brain? Fucking, I don't know, man. I don't understand people. Never fucking conform. Ever. Be your fucking self. And I don't give a fuck what these motherfuckers think. Never conform and fucking command respect. Die for your fucking respect, man. I feel like if you're not willing to die for what you believe in, then you just bullshit. You're gonna get fucked over. Because the second that you say, I believe in this value, I believe in this principle, I believe in whatever the fuck you stand for, and you put your foot down and you say, and I won't fold on this shit. I won't fucking fold. No matter what anybody says, for any reason. Nobody can fucking stop you. No one can fucking stop you. Somebody's gonna die in that equation. And the thing about it is, since in society, they promote passivity, they promote fuck shit, bullshit. Most of these motherfuckers ain't willing to die for nothing, man. They pushovers. Fucking invertebrates. Because that's what they want. They want you to be domesticated. They want you to be docile. Because that way you're easier to control. It's easier to control motherfuckers that don't stand for shit, that have that are inept, that don't think for themselves. You know? The thing about it is, you know, nonconformists change the world. Rebels change the world. Revolutionaries change the world. You know? Why? Like, this is how I always thought about authority. What gives you the power to force me to do what you want me to do? Like, what makes you better than me? Because, see, the thing about it is, and this is why I always, talk about critical thinking, the power of critical thinking, logical reasoning, rationality, science, the scientific method. Because once you realize what reality actually is, and not just what the fuck you've been told or what you've been taught, see, that's when you have an accurate depiction of reality. And if you have an accurate depiction of reality, you can rationally make decisions that will best suit whatever you're trying to go for. See, what makes them better than me? What makes an authority figure better than you? And I come to that conclusion. Brute force. No matter how they try to put it, it's brute force. Blind obedience. That's what it is. How else? Because they're not intrinsically better than you. Because they're just primates. You know, we're just some collections of molecules, just collections of atoms. That's all we are. So how can they convince you? By changing the way you think, making it to where you don't think for yourself. You're unable to think for yourself. Pushing propaganda, using social engineering, conformity, exploiting humans' predisposition for herd mentality, fitting in. Oh, we're gonna make it cool. We're gonna make it the trend to not think for yourself, to do something that's detrimental. And we're gonna make that cool. So after a couple of generations, we don't even have to actively do anything because the system will be perpetuating itself. You got motherfuckers doing shit that's detrimental to themselves without even, like, they're aiming to do something that's detrimental to themselves and the people around them, their communities. But anyway, authority. You know, people just have this slave mentality. Well, you know, that they're the people in power, you know, they're just intrinsically, inherently there. You know, there's nothing we can do about it. Oh, I'm just a slave. I'm just going to be a slave. Oh, you know, fuck no, man. How they got there? They got there through, one, nepotism. Oh, I'm the fucking king. Or you know what? Who's going to be the next king? Oh, my fucking son. Or my fucking brother. Or my fucking cousin or some shit. You know, or I'm gonna take fucking power. So I'm not gonna take shit. I'm not gonna take shit from anybody because I don't have to. Like, think about it. Like, when you want to do something, like, what is stopping you? And most people are gonna say some shit that they've been taught, some bullshit, some nonsense that they have been taught, but they never questioned it. Well, I can't do this because it's the wrong thing to do. Right, wrong, bullshit. Morality, bullshit. Some made up human constructs, not real. Most of them are detrimental. Well, you know, you gotta respect authority. No, you don't. Why? No, you don't. No, you fucking don't. You know, don't be a brick in the wall, man. Be yourself. And die. Be willing to fucking die for whatever the fuck you stand for. Stand for whatever the fuck you believe in, whatever your values are, whatever you want to do. You know, that's the people that change the world. People the dreamers. You know, the people that actually think, I'm not just gonna take your bullshit. I don't give a fuck what the consequences. I'm an outcast. I'm gonna be a fucking outcast. I'm gonna be a fucking rebel. I'm gonna fucking resist. And I don't care about the consequence. But what if you die? What if you go to jail? What if you die? I don't give a fuck. I don't care. You know, those who sacrifice, you know, you sacrificing freedom for a false sense of security, you're not gonna get either, because you're giving them the power, giving the people, whoever the fuck is because that's the thing about it. If you're passive, you better fucking believe somebody is gonna take advantage of that shit. They're gonna take advantage of that shit. It's fucking human nature. Passivity. Don't be passive, be active. Like, see, most people, they look at the crowd for what to do. I look at the crowd for what not to do. I see these motherfuckers doing, oh, they doing that shit. Look what got them. Or they don't think for themselves. Well, fuck them going this way then. You know? It's like, and the real fucked up part about it is, if you don't think for yourself, man, you will get fucked over. You know, you will be misled. Because it's not. See, the thing about it is, you think, you know, oh, you might have this preconceived notion that, oh, it's just the people who I've been conditioned to think are my enemies, or the people that's gonna try to fuck me over. No. The people that are giving you the false information are the people that you think have your best interests. Your family, your friends, you know, your fucking parents, you know, the people that you think have your best interests, but they don't have your best interests. Because you know why? They just telling you the same shit that people told them. The same bullshit. Why you think you ask somebody about, let's say, you know, making money, as use that for an example. You ask most people, I'll tell you, majority of those people, probably more 8 out of 10, probably 9 out of 10, probably fucking 10 out of 10, motherfucker. 9.5 out of 10, most of the motherfuckers gonna tell you the same goddamn thing. Go to college, get a job. That's just the same shit. The same shit everybody else doing. And they're not telling you it, and that's the thing, they're not gonna tell you it for a logical reason. Because they never thought about it. They don't, logic, you can't reason with somebody to think, you can't, if somebody has an irrational notion, irrational ideology, you can't reason them out of it, because reason never got them there in the first place. You see what I'm saying? So they're telling you this advice for an irrational reason, and most people don't question it because, oh, that's my parents, man. They got my best interests. They're pretty decently intelligent, you know. No, most of these motherfuckers, most of the time, your parents only know the same bullshit that their parents know from the same bullshit that the motherfuckers before them taught them. And they just passing the misinformation down. They're just passing the bullshit advice down. So I'm saying, we gotta break the fucking cycle. You know? Don't just do some shit just because 4 generations before you did it. I don't give a fuck about tradition. Tradition, that's another thing. Tradition, bullshit. Doing something just because some old motherfuckers did it, bullshit. Give a fuck. Give a fuck how hard, oh, they had to do this just to get this fucking crumb. I don't want fucking crumbs. I don't want fucking crumbs. I don't want a fucking longer chain. I don't give a fuck how ignorant you are. I don't give a fuck how. I'm not gonna hinder my progression. I'm not gonna hinder my evolution to appease your ignorance. I don't care how offended you are. I don't care. What is that? You're offended. That's just a fucking, you're whining. I don't care. What the fuck is, being offended doesn't mean you're correct. If you are factually incorrect and someone calls you out on this and you say you're offended, that means jack shit. Because the fact is, you are factually incorrect. But anyway, like I said, your authority figures are the people that are passing around this misinformation. You know, these people, and that's the thing about it. Sometimes they're not doing it out of malice. They're doing it out of ignorance. See, when you tell them your dreams and your aspirations, and that's bigger, you're not putting yourself in a box. You're thinking outside the box. A lot of times you're gonna be met with negativity and vitriol. But don't think about it. Don't hate yourself because other people hate you. Most of the times people are projecting their negativity onto you. You know, you say, I want to do that. You can't do that, because they think they can't do it. And misery loves company. They're trying to bring you down to their level. I'm miserable. I don't want this motherfucker over here think he's hot shit, think he can do all this. Who the hell does he think he is? Who the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is? Fuck do he, you know? And that's what they're gonna do. It's a crab in a fucking bucket mentality. I'm bringing these motherfuckers down. No, man, you can't let the motherfucker bring you down. I don't give a damn if it's your mama, your daddy, your grandma, your grandpa, your uncle, your aunt, your fucking... I don't give a shit. Man, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm gonna use logic and reason and science. I'm gonna come to conclusions, and I'm gonna stand on those conclusions and the truth till I fucking die. I'm gonna die on that shit. I don't care. I'm not, like I said, I'm not gonna hinder my evolution, my progression. I'm not gonna hinder my progression to appease your ignorance. Okay, you can't let people's negativity affect you, man. You hold the key to your inner peace. You are the landlord of your inner peace, of the thoughts that are in your head. You are in control. See, the situation could be anything. It's how you respond to it. It's all mental. It's all your perception of it. You know. See, most people, they have preconceived notions, their ideologies, their opinions. You know, they're rigid. See, all the things that I don't like to say believe. I don't believe anything. You know, if something's proven to be a fact, then that's what it is. It's a fact. It's either a fact or it's not. It's either true or it's not. See, all of my positions are tentative. They change with the evidence. If the evidence points to this, then I'm convinced of that. You know, most people, they hold their positions for irrational reasons. You know, but when it just really baffles me when I see these people that would even go as far to say, yeah, they'd admit the system is rigged, the system is corrupt, the system is designed for you to fail. But then they say, oh well, you just gotta work harder. The thing about it is, let me use a great analogy. You want a slave plantation, right? When did hard work ever free the slave? When I'm a slave. I'm just gonna work hard for massa, and he gonna let me free. That's how you motherfuckers sound. No, I'm not gonna work hard for massa. Fuck massa, and I'm running off this motherfucking plantation. I don't give a fuck if it's legal or not, because legality is just some arbitrary opinion of some motherfuckers that wrote on a piece of paper. Fuck authority figures. Give a fuck about authority. What the fuck is authority? You're not better than me. You can't tell me what to do. You can't force me to do something that I don't want to do. The only way you could do that is by brute force. So even on that level, it's not like you have any type of moral high ground on me. You know, it's not like you doing this is the virtuous thing to do. It's blatantly what it is, brute force. I want something, I'm gonna use brute force to take it. That's all it is. But then the thing about it is, that's how they got in power. But then they use so much propaganda to make you think that, oh, that's not the way you do things, man. You gotta go through us. You know, you gotta go through us to get anything accomplished, guys. because we're Big Daddy, we're your corporate overlords, we're your masters, and whatever we say goes. It doesn't matter if it's right, wrong, corrupt. Doesn't matter, guys. It's our agenda, and with our agenda, that's what goes, guys. Arbitrary as hell. If someone just kills us all and they take power, then whatever they say goes, and that's exactly how it is. As barbaric as it seems, guys. That's what it is, because that's the way the world works. Because we're human beings and we have certain predispositions, in our lizard brain, the way our brains are neurologically wired, and that's just the way it fucking goes, man. This is why I say the scientific method is the scientific method is the best discovery. The scientific method is the single most reliable methodology to discover the universe. The scientific method is the best discovery in human history. Because once use the scientific method, logical reasoning, to come to conclusions that you will then use to influence decisions that you make. The accuracy of these decisions will be better than when you just use some type of irrational, to my grandma and them, you stood back then, so I guess I do, I guess. I like to use this example. It's like whenever you're cooking, right? You're baking a cake. You see this old grandma, I'm from the deep south, We don't use no measuring cups. We just do it we just kind of do it. We do eyeball it. We do it by, we just kind of pouring a random amount in there, See, the thing about it is, everything is science. Everything is science. And motherfuckers don't realize that. They just want to, they want to pretend to use, like they want to pretend to be smart. They want to look smart than actually be smart. They want to, use science whenever it benefits them, even though they don't even understand it. They think everything else is, just how you feel, it's emotion. No, everything is science, motherfucker. Baking a cake is chemical reactions. It's chemistry, which is science. So if you're just taking random amounts of shit, you don't even know how much shit you're putting in, how much fucking flour, how much, you don't even know what you're doing. You just fucking bullshitting, you spitballing, you don't know what you're doing. You're all over the place. So you're gonna have a different result every time. You're never gonna be accurate. You're never gonna be precise. You don't know what you're doing. If you use science and you measure out the ingredients, you set your temperature to the right amount, you bake it for the correct time, then you're gonna consistently come out with a better product. Because we live in a physical universe. And, the universe has atoms which are affected by the physical laws of nature. These things are, for the most part, we're not even going to quantum physics or anything like that, but, for the most part, constant, right? So you can use these facts of reality to inform your decisions. If you drop something, it's gonna fall towards the earth at 9.8 meters per second squared. That's just what it is. You know, and once you know just facts, you're just gonna live a better life. So don't be a drone. Don't be a brick in the wall. Don't kiss ass. Don't conform. Thing about it is, the same people who are telling you to do these irrational things for irrational reasons, as soon as you say something bad happens to you, and you get the short end of the stick, right? And you say, man, you know, I listened to your advice, man, and this happened to me, man. You know, what the fuck, man? You know what they'll say? Well, nobody forced you to do it. Nobody forced you to do that. And you know what? They're right. And for that reason is why I do whatever the fuck I want to do, and I don't give a fuck what anyone has to say about it. Because at the end of the day, you're going to be held accountable for it. It doesn't fucking matter. Ignorance is no excuse. That's why you have to think for yourself. You have to think for yourself. You have to think for yourself. You can't let no motherfucker, I don't give a damn who they are. You can't just do something. You can't have this blind reverence, this blind obedience, blind conform. You can't just do that, because you're gonna end up in a shittier situation. Oh, nobody forced you to do that. Oh, well, you did it. Oh, you did it. It's your choice. You did it. They're right. They're fucking right. That's why. Just do whatever the fuck you want to do. And it doesn't matter who the fuck, what anybody's opinion, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, it's your fucking life. You get one of these motherfuckers, you don't get a reset button. You know, I mean, living for your appearance, you know, living to make your appearance appeal to the opinions in others' heads. What a horrible way to live. What a horrible way to live, to conform to someone else's opinion of you. To let someone else, to be a slave to someone else's opinion. What a horrible way to live. I don't give a fuck what anyone thinks of me. You know, like I said, when you use the scientific method as a apparatus for coming to conclusions, making decisions, and, you know, come to the conclusion, to accurate conclusions. And so the things that drive me, right, are coming to the conclusion that everything's meaningless. Nihilism, right? There's no supreme creator of the cosmos dictating anything. That's not real. That's not the case. You know, there's nowhere you're supposed to be. You're not supposed to do anything. You know, you're gonna die. So in a nihilistic universe where anything can happen, that means you could do any fucking thing you want. And you're gonna die one day. The thing about the death part is that it's not that death is just intrinsically or inherently just a thing that's unavoidable in some sort of, you know, divinely ordained way. You know, this not in this mystical spiritual bullshit way. No, it's just that, you know, in this present time, in the making of this video, you know, humans just haven't come up with a way to completely avoid the chemical process, which is death. You see, that's the thing about it. It's not no mystical, spiritual, well, it's just his time to go. That's bullshit. Fucking bullshit, right? No, that's what biologically happens. And unlike other things that we've been able to, circumvent or prolong using the scientific method, using science, at this point, we just haven't been able to completely abolish the death thing, right? But that's why you're gonna die. Who knows? Maybe in the future we'll, have our brains transplanted into computers or something. But just know, it's none of that mystical, woo-woo, spiritual bullshit. And there's no magic man in the sky forcing you to do anything, controlling anything. Nope, it's all just the physical universe, controlled by the laws of physics, Yeah. But the thing about, coming to the conclusion that the universe is meaningless and intrinsically, it doesn't have any intrinsic meaning or purpose or value, that's very liberating, because that means there's no reason to do anything, and there's also no reason to not do anything. That means I can give my life any value, purpose that I want. My life is in my hands. It doesn't, it means that I don't have to be a slave to anyone for any reason. I can do anything I want for whatever reason, and that's very, very liberating. I think that, so most people, they think, well, what, and my life doesn't have any intrinsic meaning, it's just all sad and depressed, and my life is pointless, I just go fucking kill myself. Well, you could, but I feel like, I look at it like this, you actually have life, you're a human being, with some sort of consciousness, because you could have just not been born. I feel like instead of letting whatever the fuck problem you have just fucking consume you and fucking bitch you around, I feel like since the universe has no intrinsic meaning, purpose, value, then what's stopping me from fucking revolting, rebelling, and overthrowing whatever the fuck is causing me a problem? That's how I look at it. Like, if that's the case, if everything's meaningless, you can do whatever the fuck you want, and I have a problem, then what the fuck is stopping me from solving that motherfucking problem? See, most people, they live off the preconceived notion that there's a God, controlling everything, and that, they're powerless. Oh, it's in God's plan, or it's God's will, or whatever the fuck. And you can't do this because can't do it because it says this in the Bible, or whatever bullshit, And I'm not religious. I'm an atheist. So, see, I'm not bound by, preconceived notions, or I don't have any boundaries that are, socially constructed by society or any type of authority figure. So the things that hinder most people, I'm not hindered by that. And where does all of this stuff lie? In your fucking brain, in your head, in your fucking, the way you think, your mentality. That's why I say, it's the way you think, man. Critically think, man. Critically fucking think. And I'm in there with that, man. Science, bitches. Refuse, resist, rebel, revolt, man. Fuck.